This is the Tech Home. We have a Ring doorbell on the outside, which many people have used before, seen before. The benefit of this is that it allows people to easily see and greet visitors. There is also a security aspect, so if someone is worried about people coming to the home, accessing their home, this is a great way to keep track of that. On the front door, we have a smart lock, which allows for access in a few different ways. One of those ways is a door code. So that's nice because if someone has trouble remembering to take their key with them or easily lose their key, they'll have a door code they can access. A step beyond that is a fingerprint scanner. So if someone has trouble remembering codes, they can use their fingerprint to get inside their home. This also allows someone with a smartphone to unlock the door using the app. The other benefit of this type of lock is that we can set up door codes from anywhere. It uses Wi-Fi to connect to the app. So if we aren't even home, we can set up a new door code for somebody. We can set temporary codes so that a certain code may only work at certain times of the day or certain days, which is great for people who have direct care staff who come in at certain times or certain days, so they could allow access only during those times and days. And if there's turnover or for whatever reason door codes need to change, that can all be done easily through the app. It's not as complicated as with other types of door locks where you have to program in different codes. This doorbell is a part of the silent call system, which I'll show more devices on the inside as part of that system. But this is connected to strobes, which help people who are deaf or would have trouble hearing a doorbell. This activates a strobe which alerts them that someone's at their front door. On the inside, we have a Roomba. Roomba is great because it can do its job without anyone even needing to tell it to do its job. This Roomba is programmed to run every day at 11 o'clock, which is typically when people would be away from the home. They might be at work, they might be at a day program, and then they don't have to worry so much about keeping their floors clean. It's beneficial to people who either aren't physically able to run a vacuum or people that might not remember to do it on a regular basis. So this is a great tool to keep the floors clean. We also have a Alexa Show. This gives a whole lot of different apps. One of the key things that people use it for is a digital assistant who can answer questions, simple questions. People can use this to keep track of appointments. It has a built-in calendar. Alexa, show me the calendar.
Here are the calendar events.
So it will show what's coming up today. You can skip through to different days in the week. Very useful tool that can be updated from outside the home as well. People can access the Alexa account and update that calendar from wherever. In the living room, we have the iPad for the remote supports. So the remote supports allow someone to provide prompts, reminders, general monitoring to someone from a location outside the home. It can use the camera on the iPad itself. We also have a camera installed in the corner of the room that will give more of an aerial view, as well as a view of the front door, so they'll be able to monitor who's coming in and out of the house. But there's a lot of people that are worried about cameras in the home. They may not want that type of device, but there are alternatives, which I'll show later. We also have a motion sensor that would be a good alternative to having cameras that will still allow the remote supports to know when someone's in a certain room. So you might pull in the kitchen and they may call in to say, hey, are you cooking something? Do you need any help with it? So that would be a good alternative. Well, we have personal emergency response system. So these have been around for a while, but if someone it struggles with calling 911, or maybe they can't access the phone to call 911, they can just hit this button and it would call somebody who would check in with them, see if they need ambulance, fire, police, whatever. So in the kitchen, we have a iGuard stove. What this device does is if someone walks away from the stove and accidentally leaves the burner on, it will detect that no one's in front of the stove and it will turn off the burner. I'll demonstrate that by turning on one of the burners. So it says turning stove back on, so it's allowing the burner to heat up. If we stand still and it doesn't detect anybody, it will automatically shut off the burner. If the person comes back and they want to turn back on, all they have to do is click reset on here and it'll say turning stove back on, and it'll come back on. This is a bed minder. Specifically, it's a Doze Flip. This is the device itself, so it'll rotate allowing access to whatever medication is supposed to be distributed during that time. Some of the adaptations that are available for this device, one is a stand that just holds it in place. If someone has mobility issues where getting the medication out of the slots or even lifting it, put it on the table, if they're not able to do that, they have a flip device that will hold it like this, and whenever it's time for the meds, they can flip it over and it'll distribute into this metal cup. If someone struggles with filling the device, this is a filling disc that can be used, so the person can just put the pills in the black area and then sweep it into the device when they're filling it, if they struggle putting it into the small openings. It will alert the person at the time when it's time to take their meds. These devices can all be set up so that if the person doesn't take their medication, it can let a staff member know, it can let a guardian know, it can let the SSA know, but they're useful tools to make sure that the person is taking their medication consistently. In the bathroom, we have a couple different devices. One is the motion detector that I talked about earlier. So this is in the restroom because obviously the restroom is not an appropriate place to place camera. But if someone has issues where they should have staff with them and going to the bathroom, coming out of the bathroom, this could help alert staff like, hey, someone's trying to use the restroom, they may need help. And then remote support staff could contact somebody. This is a full-size body dryer. If someone would struggle with drying themselves off with a towel, this has multiple air jets that can be adjusted for air speed and air temperature. If you turn it on, you can see the temperature is adjustable and the fan speed is adjustable. If there's somebody that would struggle to operate these controls, there's also a motion sensor that can be turned on. In the bedroom, we have the silent call device, which is connected to the doorbell that I pointed out at the front of the home. This is also connected to a smoke detector and a carbon monoxide detector, so it will also turn the strobe on if it detects any of those things. Some other options that can be turned on for are weather alerts, just as a general alarm. It can also be used as a loud noise detection, so if it detects loud noise, it will also turn on the strobe. If someone's asleep, there's a bed shaker, which will shake the bed and wake the person up if they're sleeping. Next to it, we have the MFit seizure detection mat. That will detect convulsions and can turn on an alarm to wake up staff that are sleeping in the home so that they can intervene. Part of that system also includes a call button. So if somebody isn't having a seizure but they just want help from staff, they can click the button and it'll alert staff. In front of the bed is a pressure sensitive mat, which will detect if someone is standing on it or is getting out of bed, fell out of bed, it can go off and alert staff. On the dresser, we have a similar bed shaking device, but this one is set up as more of a traditional alarm clock. So if there's somebody benefit from that, the traditional alarm is not waking them up, this could be an option. And we also have an example of a strobe that could be set up with the system and installed on the wall throughout the house to alert people no matter where they are in the home.